Welcome back to the Now Morning Show, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Kimberly D'Souza in your company, and it's just after 20 minutes after the hour of 6 a.m. on this beautiful Friday morning. Of course, this is your spotlight on Now. So I have two gentlemen in studio with me, and we're going to be talking about the visit to TNT by the Grand Master Mason of the Scotland Lodge of Scotland, right? So we're going to be talking to Grand Master Mason, Brother William Ramsay McGhee, and we also have in studio the District Grand Secretary for District Grand Lodge of TNT and Grenada, Brother Warren Sookdar. Gentlemen, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on Now.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Kimberly. Thanks for having us, and good morning to all of our viewers.
Nice. Okay, well, Grandmaster, I guess I'll start with you first. There's a lot of talk about Freemasonry, right? We hear different things like rituals and occults and stuff like that. What is Freemasonry all about, really?
Freemasonry is an organisation for men, and very basically it's an organisation in which we try to make good men better, and we do that in a whole variety of ways. In fact, during this recent pandemic, for the last 2 years, Freemasons throughout the world, Scottish Freemasons in particular, have been doing a tremendous amount of work in their own communities. In Scottish Freemasonry, we have lodges in over 40 countries, including Trinidad. We've got a lodge in Tobago, and we've got a lodge in Grenada. And over the last 2 years now, the members of the lodges have been doing a tremendous amount of work to try and alleviate some of the problems that they've faced in their communities. This morning I got two figures emailed to me. Over the last 2 years, Scottish Freemasons have raised in excess of £2 million to plough back into their own communities to help in so many ways, whether it's maybe food parcels to the elderly, whether it's, we've even had one set of members giving blood because there'd been a shortage in the blood banks, etc. It's a massively wide span of things that we've been doing. So we've ploughed over £2 million worth of goods back into the communities, plus the amount of service that the brethren have given is unbelievable. At the same time, in Scottish Freemasonry at the moment, we've got two major areas that we are working on. First of all, prostate cancer, which is an insidious disease that affects men all over the world. And my campaign at the moment is to make it 1 million. We've already raised 834,000 to research prostate cancer. And the other major issue for us is mental health, again in the communities and within the organisation. We are well aware that as a result of the pandemic, we are seeing so much grief in the way of mental illness. And we've got programmes that we're working on now to try and help in that sphere.
Right. Now, Brother Sookdar, let me toss it across to you. We have the Grand Master visiting from Scotland. I mean, what are some of the activities that he's going to be doing this weekend?
Well, the Grand Master Mason is on a Caribbean tour right now. He's installing the various district Grand Masters of the Caribbean. And this weekend, we'll be installing Brother Louis Jean-Baptiste as the next District Grand Master. The District Grand Master is the commissioned agent of the Grand Master Mason. He represents the Grand Master Mason, given the fact that we have over 4 million Scottish Freemasons worldwide. What you would find happening is very difficult for him to be able to manage all of those issues. So each district or province will have a district Grand Master or provincial Grand Master. Brother Baptiste starts his 5-year term. Actually, he started on the 3rd of February, but he will be formally installed with all the pomp and pageantry on Saturday. So during this period, we have visitors from the province of Ross and Cromarty in Scotland, with which we are very closely associated. And we have all of the district Grand Masters and brethren from all over the Caribbean and from the United States who are visiting, where we will install Brother Baptiste, but we will also engage in a lot of Masonic activities. We had a very big meeting in Arima last night where we promoted two brethren. We are going to have another meeting at Lodge United Brothers tonight at 7 o'clock. So we have a lot of activities, Masonic activities, and of course some fellowship. But what we do in this period, given the fact that the Grand Master Mason and the Grand Secretary is also here, is that we renew a lot of our interest in the craft, and we get a lot of the younger Masons to understand some of the values that we stand for.
Now, you mentioned the Masonic activities, and I was wondering what particular activities have been done locally in TNT and even across the district in Grenada as well.
Okay, so apart from our ritual work and our meetings, we have also been very, very busy with charitable work. We do our work very quietly. And we're also very involved in blood donations. We have Freemasons, and we partner with the Friends of the Blood Bank to ensure we have blood distributed to needy people. We have been involved in all of the various hurricane relief funds. The Dominica Hurricane Relief Fund was one of the massive exercises we had. And we joined with the English Constitution, and we were able to send something in the region of $200,000, $250,000 worth of relief. Plus, we had some physical actual help going across. During the pandemic, also, we were able to distribute something in the region of 200 laptops, tablets to various needy recipients. Mm-hmm. We were able to do thousands of food baskets, and actually those two efforts are continuing today. We have not stopped, right, because the needy is always with us.
Of course. Now, Brother Mason, I want to ask you one more question before I head back over to Grandmaster, but how many lodges are there in Trinidad and even in Grenada? Okay,
the district has 13 lodges. There are 11 in Trinidad, 1 in Tobago, and 1 in Grenada. So as a geographical span, it's a little wide, right, but we have 13 lodges, and that's a pretty par for the course in terms of lodges in a district or in a province.
Right. And Brother McGhee, I mean, is Freemasonry a religion? Like, how is it separate, or how is it similar to that?
No, it's certainly not a religion, because it's a way of life, basically. And when men join Freemasonry, we try and encourage them to do all that they possibly can to promote all that is good in their communities, in their families, and in their lodges. We do have a religious connotation in as much as to become a member of the craft, you must believe in a supreme being. But one of the beauties of Freemasonry is that it's one of the few places in the world today where it doesn't matter at all what religion you are, what colour you are, what creed you are. We meet together in love and harmony in our lodge rooms. But it's certainly not a religion as such, but we do have religious connotations.
Nice. All right, gentlemen, well, let me thank you so much for joining us here on the Now Morning Show. I hope that everything goes well. Brother McGhee, Brother Sookdar, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us. It was a pleasure.
Of course.